Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yo guys, back with again another stream session here. Turn this down a little bit on my end. So, laptop is hot. Gotta turn the fan on. So today, editing session. I'm working on a YouTube video. Basically, editing just started. I shot it all yesterday. I'm doing a review of the light that's actually in the corner here that's lighting me, which is the Vortex Ninja 10 cob LED light. Super bright. Like, so the whole mission of this video was to see, can I light my whole YouTube video with just one light? And it worked out pretty well. And I was actually quite surprised with the results that came from that using one light. Typically, I always try to use two or whatever I've got. And I had two cheapy lights that I bought on Amazon years ago. And they're not LED, they're like the bulb. You put the bulb inside there and it's just like on and that's it. You know, no intensity control. So working with this cob LED light for the first time was pretty cool. And the one light, and like, I'm happy with the results. So again, let's get to work. I'll probably be on here for about an hour working on this intro. The intro is crucial, especially when we're working on YouTube videos. You got it. The first 30 seconds. Now I say the first 10 seconds are extremely important. I got to get people captivated. You got to get them grabbed into your story and you want to get them to stay on the video. So this is rough draft. Literally just kind of, like I said, put the shots together last night. Let me jump over to the other screen here. Bada bink. Boom. So this is what I had yesterday. And what I basically did, let me turn, I don't know if that music's too loud back there. Kind of turn it down just a tad bit here, a little bit. Right on, good. So what I ended up doing yesterday, I shot everything with the Canon EOS M. I shot everything in RAW 10-bit HD. And the reason I typically do when I'm working on doing reviews and stuff like that, I typically want to give them the best quality video I possibly can. And in the past, I would just shoot everything 4K on my cell phone, which worked out pretty well. But now I have this Canon, this camera, so I use pretty much my camera whenever I'm doing product reviews, just because they're sending me out a light, and the least I can do is give them the maximum quality video that I can achieve. And in the beginning, all I had was my cell phone, so I would only use my cell phone. But again, I will shoot everything in 4K to give them the highest quality possible. And but I come to find out that doesn't really matter. What really matters when you're doing product reviews is showing off the product, showing off what the product can do and how that can help the person watching that video, ultimately for the company getting more sales. That's what it basically all boils down to. So I've got this new light here in the background. I'm wondering if it's a little too bright. All right, stuff I should have done before I got online, right? Whatever. So let's go ahead. I'm going to craft this intro. Like I said, I shot everything 10-bit raw. And if anybody's here, chime in. Where are you guys at? What time is it in the world where you are? It is November the 2nd already, guys. We're on the butt end of the year, right? What I did yesterday, these are D&Gs. So I quickly threw them inside of Davinci because I wanted to see what the color grade was going to look like at the final end. So I typically, like, once I shoot everything, like, I'm like, what's it gonna look like ultimately? And I'll do a couple of clips just to do that. And then the rest of the clips I won't do it because it's just gonna, when you're grading, especially when you do grading stuff, that's extra processing on the processor. So when I'm editing rough raw, I don't want to do all that. But before I get into the edit, I want to at least know what the final output look is. So I'll bring in a couple of shots and basically grade them up. This is what they were basically looking like. So this is one light, guys, using one light, minus these little lights here in the background, which are just little cheapy lights that I have laying around the house. Like, this is my desk lamp. These are my LEDs that are actually on my desk. And this little stick RGB light I have is like, 40, 50 bucks. And I've had it for years. So I just added these color accents in there just to show we can, Alrighty, new timeline. And bada bing. Now I need to make sure I shot this at 30 FPS. Make sure I'm gonna call this main. All right. And let me turn off these because I want to make sure that it's going to be C24 FPS. No, these were shot at 30 FPS. I need to go back and check. Actually, the raw D&G sequence can be whatever it wants to be because it's a sequence. So let me go ahead and jump in here. Video. Here, these were the clips. They were shot at, yeah, 29.97. That was basically 30 FPS D&Gs. Good. 10-bit. Woo! They look so good too. And you can see here, let me drag one in. This is the original. This is what it originally looked like, straight out of camera. Right. And then if I go back to that other timeline, you guys can see what it looks like after I did some magic on it, graded it up basically. And switch this. I can show multiple timelines here. You can just click and add a new timeline. And I'm going to add the other timeline I had, which was my color grading timeline time 5. Boom. So here is the after, and then here was the before. Tremendous difference. Great frame of me there too, huh? Looking all evil for Halloween. All right, look at that. Massively different, right? But I'm going to work like this because I don't want to work with the process ones at the moment because it's going to slow my computer down. So first thing first, let me get my notes out that I set up here. Before I shot this video, I already had it planned out, particularly like the format of the video, the hook and intro, the setup of the video, doing the video, call to actions and outros. And I already had everything blocked out, and the shots also too, using my notation setup here, which is like my new workflow. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It's still a little bit hard for me because I keep reverting back to my old workflow, which is just shoot it and then construct the video after. But now I'm trying to literally plan everything out, even the thumbnail, which I didn't do on this, but I already kind of have an idea for the thumbnail. So I use Notation. It's a free program here. And this is what I use to bring that there. This is what I use to bring everything into my world. These are all my YouTube videos here. You can see these are all published. The ones that are published are green. So the one I'm working on right now is the truth about filming with one light. Then you can see here, it's in the, now I'm going to go ahead and switch this because I am into the editing process. And the pillar, it's a gear video, and it's actually a review video. So I would probably go ahead and, I don't think I have it in there. That's fine. I can leave it. Platform is for YouTube, and this is where I'll plug in my thumbnail, but I didn't, like I said, didn't design it just yet. And then here, what type of video? It's a review video. November 5th is when I want to get this done and upload it. And then once I have it done and uploaded, I'll put the link here so I have access to all of my stuff and basically see where everything is at. And then within this file, I have this is where I got the template from this guy named Nicholas. He's a YouTuber, fantastic. But I've actually modified this a little bit up to mine. And typically I'll load in the thumbnail here once it's ready. With, like I said, I didn't make it yet at the moment. So then I come up with my title ideas. Like I said, I do this before I start even recording. I come up with a bunch of titles. And then even most of you guys may know, I start posting these as a YouTube survey to find out what you guys like. Because like what I think, most of the time, what I think is a good title. And it's funny, the last few times I've done this, I'm like, oh, this is an excellent title. And I'll throw my title in there with the few of the alternates. And then ultimately mine is not the one that's been chosen by the public. So what I think the public wants is not necessarily what I think they really want. So by me surveying, I can find out what they do. So I'll take the 3 that I like the most. And then I uploaded these as a, you know, they can choose it. And then here, the truth about filming with one light was the one that got the most clicks or the most votes. So I took that. And then here I'll basically, I put all my shots that I wanted to do yesterday that I got all done. Pretty much they all were done. I separate them into A roll and then B roll. And this is before I film. So it's so easy. Like when you go to film, I was able to shoot all of this in about an hour and a half because I knew what shots I needed to get. And I had a system, and just go in, get the shot, boom, next shot, go. Versus sometimes it took me 2-3.5 hours of just filming because I'm like thinking, okay, I want to film this. Oh, I want to film that. And this is just wasting time, right? Like big Hollywood productions, they know everything that's set out. They know the shots, everything is scheduled out, right? So I've been taking that format. And then I got a couple of things here, like these sponsored. These are going to be animations that I'll probably do inside of Davinci Resolve. That's why I haven't checked them yet, because I haven't made them yet. And then that's pretty much it. Then I'll put my shot types. So I want to do a wide, close, or a medium if it's appropriate. And then frame rates, everything here is going to be 30 FPS. So then I jump inside of here, and then this is where my script lives, where again, like weeks before I start filming, I'm already scripting things out. And I got a little checklist here. And this was another template from another YouTuber, which I took his template, which I also liked, and integrated into this. So this is like 3 YouTubers templates plus mine. Like it's been morphed. I've been morphing on this, and it's giving me remix things that I do after I publish it. Like, you know, okay, Twitter, turn it into a tweet, give the key points. I don't do all that, but you know, I should. But and then these are my key guidelines right now that I'm trying to really focus on: telling a story. Who's the character? Guy making a video, a YouTube video. What do they want to have good video lighting? Why can't they get that? Because he only has one light. And then what are the stakes? The video will look bad if he does not get, and he won't get the views he wants. Who or what's going to help them? The Ninja 120 watts video light's going to help. How do I get what they want? Trying to work out a way to get a good looking video. And then now he knows how to work with one light and be able to light the video with one light, which now I do. And now I know that anywhere I go, hey, if I only got one light, I can make this work. And there's a few things that I need to do. Revert back to this video. And then I put a couple of little things that I got from Pinterest to kind of help me with the keeping my my ideas as far as on track with the story. Up there, good. Keeping my ideas on track with the story. Story bubbles, story circle. Like this is you, the need, the go, the search, the find, the take, the return, the change, and then it's like kind of just to help me stay on track. Then I get even deeper. I start crafting out my hook before I shoot. Like I never used to do this before, guys. I just started this on my 6 videos ago, right? I craft out my hook, and now what I've been using is AI content stuff to help me get some ideas flowing, and then I'll start, you know, retweaking them myself. So ultimately, here are some of the ones that I agree that I liked. If you struggle making videos look good, look great, then you need to check out this tutorial on how to improve your lighting. This video will show you how to use one light to improve your video lighting. This easy to follow tutorial will show you how to change your lighting and make your videos look better. Like AI helped me with most of this, and then I started tweaking it and crafting it, right? And then the same thing here. I think I ended up using, I had a whole bunch of intros, and I ended up using this one here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look by using one powerful light. This is a really easy process, and you'll be able to achieve the perfect results in no time. Enough of the jibber jabber, let's get started. Probably took me like 8 takes to get that right. Yeah. So, and then the value, what's the value of this video? Me showing you how to do with one light. My in screen or pitch. Now with YouTube now, like you don't, with a YouTube video, you really don't want to start ending your video like, okay guys, so thanks for watching. Because if you do that, if you look at your retention graph immediately, before, like literally as people can feel it, it just dips off, right? So the new trend or the new thing now is to end the video without really ending the video. So like, don't start saying things that are like, okay, thanks for subscribing, thanks for, then people know and then they immediately just switch off and they go jump to the next video. Keep them in there. So what I have to do now is pitch them towards another video. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, you might want to take a look at this playlist where I talk more about film lighting or camera gear or this and that. So you direct them to another video versus just saying, okay, bye-bye, see you, hit the like button, subscribe, peace. And then they're just done and they go on to the next person's channel and stuff like that. So crafting the end a little bit different. And then I actually get my description, which is going to also be inside of my description in the YouTube video. So again, I'm using AI to help me with all this stuff. Now, before I used to sit there and try to think about it, just go to AI content creation sites, get their ideas, and then start, you know, remixing it and tweaking it up. It just helps. You know, don't work hard, work easier. So that's the behind the scenes. So I've got all this done here, and this is my guide to help me do what I need to do. And we're back inside there, and OBS. I want to see what, get OBS back up here so I can see what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, boom, there we go. Great. So I got what I need to do. Go ahead and grab my intros in here. So let's go and load all of them in. I think I brought in a couple of them, just like I said, to test. There's the unboxing. Here is the I'm gonna make a folder here, and we're gonna call this intro. I'm gonna drag these 3 clips into there, and then bring in the rest, which was YouTube. And then I go to that project folder. I should show you this, the folder structure too, which also, this has been game changer for me. I'm going to show you quickly, guys. This has been game changer for me. My new, again, this was another template I got from another YouTuber who shares how he puts his templates together. Check this out. This is my new folder structure. So here I go into, let me just show you the project. This is the blank project, right? So, okay, there. So we go into projects. I'll rename this whatever the project's going to be. And then there's a project folder. And in this project folder here, battery already, wow. In this project folder, I keep all the projects, my Davinci Resolve, my Fusion, my Blender, my Photoshops. Every project that containing to this YouTube video will be thrown in this folder, right? So it's super easy. I know exactly where we're at. All the footage, I go into the footage, the video files, the audio files, the graphics, the photos, anything that I'm using for this will be put in these folders. And then the output, everything that comes out of this project, I output it here, either video or photo wise. So even if I go to videos, this is where all my videos will be, and anything that's going to be photo, that's where it will be. This helps so much. So if I go to Ninja 10 review, which this is what this basically was, I go to footage, I go to video, and then it's going to load up. Boom. This is all my stuff already. Video can, retain into this project. Here's all my raw shots. And then inside the raw shots, I got everything, bonus shots, the hook. That when I film things, I go, all right, this is all the hook intro. I keep it in one folder. And then, okay, B-roll, I keep all the B-roll in this folder. Renders, anything. When I shoot Magic Lantern, I have to re-render these files from a special format. So I put the re-renders in here. The setup, all of that goes inside of there. I'll change this battery. So I keep all of that stuff inside its own folder. And the most powerful thing about doing this is that once the project is finished and I get to another project and I'm like, man, where was that video file that I used for this one project? I immediately can just go straight back to that project folder, go into footage. Oh, it was a picture, go to pics, and boom, there it is. Or for other videos, like when I'm working on, oh, what was the thumbnail? I want to see that thumbnail for this video. Immediately go back in there. I go to Photoshop. There's the thumbnail saved all in that folder. Everything is contained right there. It is so much more better that way. So that's the whole folder structure. This is the behind the scenes stuff. This is stuff I want to share, guys. I want to share the whole process of making these videos versus just showing you the output all the time. Okay, so here's my intro. And I already got 3 in there. I want to go ahead and import the rest. When I'm using sequences, I do it through the media thing instead of pressing Control-I. And Ninja 10, footage. We want video, raw, rendered files. These are already rendered. And there's my hook, right? Okay, and then even I broke it even down. Here's my call to actions. I hit the like button. And intro hook 1. This is one, I think that's already in there. Yeah, that's already right there. Good. So let's go ahead and also bring in this, hit the like button. Probably won't get to that today. And my call to action. Let's go ahead and bring that in today. How come they're not coming in there? What's up with that? Intro, right? Unbox. Video. Call to action. Scroll this thing down. And video. Intro. Why is that not dragging in? I don't understand that. What's going on here? Like that should be just dragging in. What is up with that? Control-I. And this is what happens when you guys make YouTube videos. There will be problems and you need to fix them. Video, raw, rendered files, hook, intro, hit the like button. Open. Select all. Open. And I'm not seeing it. What is up with this, dude? Okay. Video. All right. Well, when in doubt, I don't know what's going on. Restart. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and restart because my files, for some reason, are not loading in. So this is it, guys. This is the glory of making, this is the whole fantastic, famous world of making YouTube videos. This is what most people don't show you, like dealing with issues like this and dealing with deadlines. I need to get this posted by Saturday because I've already emailed the company and told them I will have this done by Saturday. So we need to get it done by Saturday. Ninja B-roll, no. The truth about filming with one camera, there with one light. Open that up. Okay, we're back in there. Now let's try again. YouTube videos. Ninja review. I want footage. Video. Raw. It's already rendered. Setup. Let's just drag them into here. Boom, there it goes. Now it works. Yep. So when in doubt, just restart. Something's not working, just restart. Okay, now I'm gonna undo that because I don't want them all just to sit there in the middle of my program. I like to keep everything in folders so everything is super and easy. Intros. Here's my intro. Let's go ahead and back that up. Right, renders, hook. And I already have that file. Hit the like button. Let's drag that in. Oh, now it's doing it again, dude. What is up with that? So is it a folder issue? Yeah, it's a folder issue. I don't know what's up with that intro folder. It's not liking it. Whatever. Call to action. There it is. There it is. There it is. And there's my intro. Fine. Let's move on. Interesting. I have to figure out why that's doing that. And we're going to drag in my intro. Intro 1. I already think I hooked it. Right. Let's drag this one in. Boom.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
Okay. I'm going to kill the music for now. It's distracting me, guys. Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
I always do a countdown before I drop the video in because it's the same like, you know, 3, 2, action, and the clapper. And plus, if I was recording this separately, the 3, 2, 1, I use to help sync with the audio if I was recording my audio separate. It's just something I've always done because that's what, you know, and sometimes I'll 3, 2, 1 and I'll do a clap or something, but typically I do 3, 2, 1. I know that the recording was coming straight just to this device, but it's just a good habit I always do.
3, 2, 1.
And then it gives me a little bit of time mentally to kind of get in mode and get into character. Let's go ahead and delete that.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
Okay, good. Now, just because for the sake of it, this looks absolutely horrible and I don't think I'll be able to work like that. I'm just going to go ahead and hit this. Boom. There we go. So I quickly brought that in. Sweet. Now what I want to do.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
Okay, I'm just going to block the whole video out right now. It's like right in the rough draft. Normally I'm going to add B-roll over the top of that when I'm saying that. But right now I'm just going to block the whole thing out and get it set up and structured. All right, so.
Straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
Right, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's try this again. Make a new folder, new bin, call this setup. And now I'm getting straight into the video, guys. Like, don't waste time. Don't waste people's time. Get straight into the video. We don't need an intro, flash video. Those days are over. Nobody cares about your intro logo. Just get straight into the value. Tell them what they're here for, and give them what they want, right? You can flash all that stuff later. And let me go ahead and import my clips. Now I want to back up into render setup. There, oh, you know what? There are a couple other folders I still haven't finished yet. Okay, that's all right. Let's just use this stuff for now. I still need to render out a couple more folders worth of footage. While I was also using my other app to render out these files, I always name everything. So it just helps me. Like right now in this situation, I'll be able to see, for example, it's not the view that I want. At the bottom here, all frames, blackout curtains, bonus, framing. Like I wrote little notes that I know what shot was what. So when I'm coming in the edit, it'll be a lot more easier to understand what I did here. So let's go ahead and change this up. Let's close effects. We don't need effects right now. We don't need the inspector right now. This is where I typically would use 2 screens, but we don't need that at the moment either. Let's close this up and let's make this text so I can read this here. Alrighty, so right now I need to go next into, I'll go ahead and bring that music for you guys back on thinking. From this to this, from this, less lights on, must have modifiers, need to know your subject. Find what, setting up the light, set up blackout, the light, the results. Oh, the results.
To this. Hey guys, in this video.
Okay, so before this video here, we're actually gonna go. I'm gonna show you the results. I'm gonna take you from this to this. I'm gonna show you that first before we even get into that.
To this. Stay tuned. To this. To this. Stay tuned. To this. To this. To this. To this.
I drag this, click over here. I want to do an insert. You see, I can put it in an insert, overlay, replace. I'm going to do an insert. There, slides there up, and it didn't bring the audio. Why? Insert. There we go.
To this.
The results.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect.
Okay, that's not the results I want. The light, the setups.
This room out as completely as possible. 3, 2, 1. With
results. The light, the setup. Man, is that one of the clips that I didn't do yet? Putting on the diffusion. Need to know your subject. Must have modifiers. Light on. Less soften. From this to this. Okay, here we go.
Compared to this. To this. With one light. 2, 1. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went from this with one light. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to show you how I did this with one light compared to this. To this.
Okay, let's try this one. Insert. Oop, totally split it. You gotta make sure where that the cursor is, wherever the cursor is, it's gonna split exactly there. So you gotta be careful on that. I wanna make sure I'm in here. So this one in the middle here, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one out. And let's try this one.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light.
Okay.
Compared to this.
And then compared to this, we'll cut to there. See there. Ripple delete. To this twice.
Compared to this.
I'm just gonna go after I say this.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light compared to this. Hey guys, in this video,
Okay, that might work.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light compared to this. Hey guys, in this video.
Okay, that might work. Now, quickly here, let me go and copy this. Select this one, Alt V. I want to copy color grading, color correction. Apply. Right, good. Same thing here. Alt V, copy color correction. Boom.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light compared to this.
Let's cut some space out of there.
Compared to this. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy.
Okay, there's another one that said compared to this, from this to this. Let's look at this one.
3, 2, 1 to this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this.
Okay.
In this video.
So let's try this one. Insert. Same thing here. Alt V, copy color correction.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this.
Right. Delete this.
I'm going to show you how I.
Actually, I think I might not like this one. Let's try. I think I got a better one. Let's take this out too. And then from this to
this. 3, 2, 1. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went from this with one light. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to show you how I did this with. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, got the light diffused. One light and some parchment paper.
from this to this.
One light compared to this.
Mm-mm.
3, 2.
Didn't it say to this again by itself?
I'm going to show you how I went from this with one light. 3, 2, 1.
I don't like the one light part.
This with one light compared to this.
Oh man, I didn't say it one more time with the light on.
Go from this.
Come on, to this. Show me the this. Come on, Levar, show me the this. Oh, why did I not keep it recording there, dude?
3, 2, 1 to this. In this video, I'm going to show you how to go.
Man.
This. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
I might think I just might overlay it as B-roll
So let's get straight into it.
as I'm talking over it because I didn't get the phrasing the way I wanted it. Like, I don't like this version.
With one light compared to this.
Undo, 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 undo. Power of undo, huh?
I'm going to show you how I did this with one light compared to this.
Okay, okay, check it out. Okay, check this out. Let's do that. Let's cut that there. Let me back up here. Let's go ahead and delete that.
One light compared to this.
Let's just get the reaction shot.
To this.
Ah, I did the reaction twice, huh?
To this. To this.
How about we just cut that out?
Compared this with one light.
With one light. And let's just cut this part out. And let's bring it into right here.
This with one light to this. This with one light.
Actually, playback, make sure I'm on low resolution. Oh, one other thing, I'm using raw files right now. I'm using raw DNGs. So I got a special option I can use. I can go to camera raw, full resolution decoding. I want to turn that to quarter resolution decoding. It's going to knock the quality down, but you got to make sure you turn that back. Otherwise it will record, it will render out at low quality.
With one light to this.
Ah, much better playback.
With one light to this.
All right, that's flows right there. I'm liking that right there, guys. And then we drop into the intro. I might drop in a bumper here, just like a title card, maybe something. I'm not sure, but let's see. We'll come back later in the edit.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light to this. Hey guys.
I think I'm holding this part too long.
I'm gonna show you how I did this with one light to this. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber.
Okay, then we'll put a transition there, some type of transition, whatever. All right, I think that's feeling a little bit better in the beginning. The beginning, guys, you got to craft the first 10 seconds. It's got to be hooked. It's got to be like that. People don't spend enough time on that intro. It's so crucial. I've learned that from the greats, Mr. Beast and all those guys. Like that first 30 seconds is important. All right, so now what I'm going to do, time check. Okay, I want to get this laid out. I want to get everything roughed out before the end of the stream here. So let's buckle down here. Movie modifiers. Oh, blacking out the room. That was what I talked about first. All right.
2, 1. All right, guys. So this is the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here. I'm gonna turn off all the lights. I'm gonna set up a black curtain here. I'm gonna black this room out as completely as possible. I do have a few windows in here which I can't cover. Of course, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen, but I'm gonna work with what I've got. That's the whole point. Work with what you've got. So let's get started. All right, guys.
Same thing. Oh, V. Color correction, drop that in there.
So this was the first thing. All right, guys. So this was the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here because it's going to be completely dark. But I'm going to turn off all the lights and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible.
I'll put some B. I got the black curtain B-roll put over there.
I do have a few windows in here which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen. But I'm going to work with what I've got. That's
actually after
So let's get started.
Okay, I'm already finding getting some other B-roll ideas right now. I'm gonna have to write these down on a separate notepad. When I talked about the windows, right, I'm actually gonna show the windows.
So the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here because it's going to be completely dark. But I'm going to turn off all the lights and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible to give me a clean palette. I do have a few windows in here which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen. But I'm going to work with what I've got.
I've got a few windows here. Another important thing, guys, get your little whiteboard. I use this to jot down notes when I'm doing my edit. So add needed B-roll, window shots. Instead of just saying it, show it. Remember that tip. Instead of saying it, show it.
Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen, but I'm going to work with what I've got. That's the whole point. Work with what you've got. So let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. And then I have another Another shot after that. Where was it? Setting up the blackout. Nope, that's not it. I guess that's the one I'm already using. Black curtain. There it is. Black curtain setup. Hang on, blackout.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys. So I've got the black curtain set.
Okay, that's after. This is the curtain. Okay, it's just me setting up the curtain. Action shot, basically an insert shot of me setting it up. So
let's get started.
All right. Alt V, add color correction.
So let's get started.
And I'm actually going to do some jump cutting on this. All right, let's cut. I'm gonna cut to where I'm over here by the wall. All right, jump cut to there. Actually undo, let's jump cut to the audio. Right before I got this here. Cut there. Delete that. Okay, another cut to there. Typically also too, I normally have the music already chosen, but I'm trying something out different. I'm trying to not choose the music first, and because I get so dependent on the music. That I'm trying to edit and get a good pace without music, and then the music will help enhance the pace, I'm hoping. All right, let's put another cut there. Can we find out one more spot too? That's it. Okay. Delete. Back up.
I'm going to show you how I did. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to... All right, guys, so this is the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here because it's going to be completely dark. But I'm going to turn off all the lights and I'm going to set up a...
I'm going to cut that space out there while we're here. It's breathing space. Cut that out. We don't really need that. I totally need some water now after doing that. Yeah, cut out the ums, breathing spaces when you're repeating yourself. None of that stuff needed. It doesn't really help.
All the lights, and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible to give me a clean... The lights, and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible to give me a clean palette. I do have a few windows in here, which
I'm going to cut that one out there too.
A clean palette.
And this flows better too, watch.
Give me a clean palette. I do have a few windows in here, which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube.
A few windows, let me put a marker. I'm not going to put a marker on it right now.
This is my YouTube space, the kitchen.
Actually, I can put a marker on the clip.
Windows in here.
If I click on the clip, press M, and I can put a marker there. And then what I do is I double click on the marker. And I'm going to actually make this yellow. And I'm going to put B-roll, window B-roll. All right, so I'll know right there that I need that. That's where I want to add the window B-roll. If I put it up here on this marker, whenever you shift your timeline over, the marker will be off. You put it on the clip, it always will follow where the clip is.
Windows in here, which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen. But I'm going to work with what I... Space, the kitchen. But I'm... But I'm going to work with... Space the kitchen, but I'm going to work with what I've got. That's the whole point. Work with what you've got. So let's get started.
Actually, I'm going to cut that even shorter. Okay, and then we go to blackout results.
Up here, I'm gonna turn off the lights. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so I've got the black curtain set up here. I'm gonna turn off the lights in here so we show you what my complete clean palette will look like. This is where is my starting point. This is where I want everything to be, and we're gonna build from here. Let's get the next step. Setting up the light.
Out.
All right, guys, so I've got the
Alt V, add that color correction I made on there. And then this is all temporary. I want to go back and adjust them later.
So I've got the black curtain set up here. I'm going to turn off the lights in here so we show you what my complete clean palette will look.
Hang on, a little bit of stuttering going on.
The lights in here so we show you what my complete clean show you what my complete clean palette will look.
A little bit too tight. Like one frame over. Undo cut. One frame redo cut.
Complete clean palette will look like.
Okay, wants to turn that off.
This is where it's
Go ahead and trim that. Hang on here for a second, guys. I'm not where is it? Can I open? Let me open. Manage merge. I don't want to do that. See something here. I think something's wrong with the stream. I feel like there's something wrong with the stream. Because typically I'll get a couple of questions, and at the moment, I'm not getting any questions. Anybody there? Is there anybody there? Is anybody there? Let me find out, because I feel like something is wrong with the stream. Is anybody there? Now what happened to the camera? Okay, it's still live. I see it there. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because it's done that before where the stream had shut off. And like, I was so disappointed. Like I was doing a montage edit and the stream had shut off and I didn't know. And like, I was literally like 40 minutes thinking that I was streaming and I wasn't, and it wasn't even recording. So that was like super frustrating, right? So again, I'm new to this whole streaming, and again, I'm just trying to deal with it. Okay, good. I'm almost finished here. I want to stay with you guys till I get this roughed out. I want to get this whole roughed out so then I can work on it later on tonight and get it more tight. What is today? Tuesday. Yeah, I got Tuesday. I got all day Wednesday. Actually Wednesday my daughter's out of school, so I can't work on it. Wednesday, Thursday I can work on it, and Friday I can work on it. And then Saturday I can work on it all day. So I got a couple more days left. But I like to get the rough done so I have time to play. And what I mean by play, like make cool effects, make cool graphics, sometimes even implement 3D. But a lot of times my schedule's so tight on these videos that I don't have time. I need to just get to the core part of the video. And the same with this. This light actually came about a month ago, but the one they sent me didn't work for some reason. I think it was a cable, because the cable smelled kind of funny. And then they sent another one out. So this one came about 2 weeks ago. So I totally I'm not gonna lie, this light, I mean, this light is about 4 feet away from me, guys, and it's at about 40%. And it's like, it's got me lit up, and I do have some diffusion on it, which I'll show you the process that I did here. So yeah, let's get this back going. Full screen.
My starting point. This is where I want everything.
We're gonna speed this part up here too. After I stop talking, let's go ahead and put a speed ramp on this. Change clip speed. Let's go 200%. Oh no, minus. Clip speed. If you hit minus, it goes minus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is it reversing? What's going on? Change clip speed. Change clip speed. 200%. All right. Next right now.
My starting point. My starting point. This is...
I just got a notification on the bottom. OBS disconnected. OBS reconnects. Like right after I just asked, like, is the stream still going? It disconnects. It's like, yeah, I'm still here. That's hilarious, dude.
This is where I want everything to be, and we're gonna build from here. Let's get the next step.
Again, we're gonna do, after I say step, Control B.
Setting up the light.
All right, and B. Same thing here. I think I can press Control R for shortcut for that, right? Click on the clip, Control R. Yeah, there we go. Shortcuts, guys. Change the speed. What did I do on the other one? 400. And delete that. Bring it up.
Next step. Setting up the light.
Right.
Setting up the light.
Save that. Yikes, I hadn't saved in a long time, but that's all right. Davinci has autosave, so he's got my back. Now, setting up the light. I think I have that. I wrote that, setting up the light, right? Yep, setting up the light. Boom.
3, 2, 1. All right, so let's get this light mounted. Again, it is a very bright light. If anything you ever one good bright light, a bunch of little cheap lights. So we got this here. We get it powered up, and then we're gonna aim it. Very bright light. All right, so let's get this light mounted. Again, it is a very bright light. If anything you ever buy a light, make sure you buy one good bright light instead of a bunch of cheap lights.
Okay, that's cool. Let's back up here.
All right, so let's get this light mounted.
I'm gonna take out. All right, so little stuff like that. I don't want to pias. I don't need that.
Let's get this light mounted. Again, it is a very bright light. If anything you ever buy.
Let's cut this dead space. All right, 1 o'clock, 1 hour.
Light. If anything you ever buy a light, make sure you buy one good bright light instead of a bunch of cheap light.
Cut out the dead space.
Good bright light instead of a bunch of cheap lights because it's more beneficial. It's a lot more better, guys. Just it's a lot more better, guys, to start off with one big light in your arsenal and versus a bunch.
And cut that out.
And
see, and cut all that junk out, guys. Cut all that jibba jabba out. Literally jibba jabba.
versus a bunch of little cheap lights. So we got this here. We get it powered up, and then we're gonna aim it, and then we're gonna fire it on. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We're moving now, guys. We're making some progress. Save again. We're making some progress. Okay, setting up the light. Let me switch back to my other. Now, one thing that's nice about Davinci, like in the title mode here on the side, like it just shows all my clips. But now if I click this red button, I mean the photo, anything with the red line means I'm using clips of it. I'm using parts of it. So I know those are in my timelines. All the other ones are not being used. All right, and the only reason I did now, I don't even think the stream is going anymore. Keeps crashing, whatever. So framing the shots. I think we're gonna need to
aim it, and then we're gonna fire it on. Let's go. Aim it, and then we're gonna fire it on.
We're gonna fire it on. Let's just cut that out right there. Cut the music. Is that making my? Is that killing my? What's killing my stream bit right now? Something's killing it in the background. Next one is going to be me turning on the light, and it was like super blown out. I think this is it.
3, 2, 1. All right, we got it on at 100%. There it is. Right, this is not good. We're gonna need to work this light. We're gonna have to bend it, shape it, soften it up. God, the heat it's too much. Let's fix this, guys.
That light was like so bright, guys.
Let's fix this, guys.
Also, if you press F12, that just drops it in my timeline. Forgot about you doing that. Alrighty. I think the music playing in the background is actually affecting the stream a little bit.
We got it on at 100%.
That's interesting. I might have to experiment more off stream and figure out why is that processing so much.
And then we're gonna fire it on. All right, we got it on at 100%. There it is.
Alt V, add color correction.
Fire it on. All right, we got it on at 100%.
Then the microphone dropped out. Like, I don't know what, that's something I'll issue using Magic Lantern. Sometimes the microphone gets a little weird like that. So that's no biggie. What I'll do here is just come down here and match the wave height. Just kind of match it a little bit.
There it is. Right.
Still not.
We're gonna aim it and then we're gonna fire it on. All right, we got it on at 100%. There it is. Right. This is
okay. We gotta cut some of this stuff up right here, like this. Oh, undo.
All right, we got it on at 100%. There it is.
I'm gonna let these gaps play out because it's more of a reaction shot. Like you're seeing the facial expression.
There it is. Right. There it is. Right. This is not good. We're gonna need to work this light. We're gonna have to bend it, shape it, soften it up. God, the heat it's too much. Let's fix this, guys.
Okay, that's cool. And then let's go to this shot here.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys. The light here is too strong. It's too hot. I aimed it up at the ceiling to blast light everywhere just to get some even light. We're gonna soften the light with this parchment paper, and that's gonna really help us make it usable. So let's try that.
Okay, out though. F12. Back up.
All right, guys. The light.
Also in Davinci Resolve, whenever you make change to a file, this is like the file originally. I made an audio change, like I adjusted the levels. Now you can see this clip is darker than the rest of the clips. See, anytime you change something, it will show you like, hey, you made an audio change here. That's why this file is darker. Anywhere that the files are darker, that means I made some type of audio change.
Heat it's too much. Let's fix this, guys. All right, guys. The light here is.
Let's drop this on here. Color correct.
It's too strong. It's too hot. I aimed it up at the ceiling to blast light everywhere just to get some even light.
Again, I'm going to make some more audio adjustments here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this one and Alt V, paste, turn off color correction this time. Actually, I can leave it on. It's just going to repeat volume and it's going to match.
Let's fix this, guys. All right, guys. The light here is too strong. It's too hot. I aimed it up at the ceiling to blast light everywhere just to get some even light. We're going to soften the light with this parchment paper, and that's going to really help us make it usable. So let's try that.
God, the light, that's how bright that, I mean, this is, I can almost get away with using this light just like this, just to light up the whole room. But we're still missing some light in this area here on the face, like underneath the eye sockets. You don't really, unless you're going for like a scary Halloween look, right? But that's just to show you how bright that light is. Okay, let's trim off a little bit of this dead weight on the side. Okay, and then the parchment, the modifier, the parchment paper must have modifiers.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers. Being able to soften.
From this to this, framing my subject, bonus, framing my subject. Ah, the light. I totally forgot about this one here. Okay, well, I can squeeze that in. I'll do that after I do this modifier one. I forgot. The light, the results.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything.
No, that's not it.
3, 2, 1.
That's still not it. I'll put in the diffusion on, right? All right, let's just skip this process. We'll do some jump cuts here too. We'll do some jump cutting on this. Let's bring that in here.
Usable. So let's try that.
All right, on this clip, Alt V, copy the color correction and the levels.
Make it usable. So let's try that.
Okay, we're gonna jump cut next to right there. Okay, then another jump cut to right there. So like that, delete. Let me back up and see what that's like. And another jump cut to this point right there. Let's cut this in half. Boom, right there. And then cut that. Take this, delete that. I might have to come back and retweak these to the music. Maybe, depending on what music I use and what vibe we're going for. Let's put another cut after that. After I put my arm down right there. All right, I think that's it. Okay. Delete. And then save. What else do I have? Know your subject.
3, 2, 1. Most importantly, you need to know what your subject is in the scene. What are you going to be lighting? In this case, the subject is me.
No, I think that's after this next shot. The results.
Everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights.
With and without. Need to know your subject.
So I'm focusing my 3, 2, 1. Most importantly, you need to know
Modifiers.
up really makes it 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers. Being able to soften the light up really makes it usable, especially with the super bright light. I'm going to show you what it looks like without the parchment paper.
Oh, here it is. Framing your shot.
All right, so we've got the parchment paper. All right, so we've got the parchment paper on. All right, so we've got the
Volume is still a little bit low. Alt V, so we got to keep these going.
All right, so we've got the parchment paper on here. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have to basically turn this down. I'm gonna aim it at me, but we still need to turn this intensity down. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down here and just crank it down till we get something. Okay, this is actually looking pretty nice and cinematic, right? Next, what I'm gonna do is frame up the shot. What's the subject? Me. So let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly.
Mm-hmm. All right, delete that. And I was talking about subjects. Where was it? I just saw those shots there. Subjects. Here we go. Must know your subject. Ah, just a minute.
What your 3, 2, 1. Most importantly, you need to know.
Okay.
Most importantly, properly. Most importantly,
That's a little bit too tight on the cut there. Hit T on the keyboard to do a trim, and then I can trim out a little bit more. There we go.
frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. Most importantly, you need to know what your subject is in the scene. What are you going to be lighting? In this case, the subject is me. So I'm focusing my main and one only light on me to make sure I'm well lit.
Actually, this is not the right clip. Because the way I'm talking is not, it wasn't after that. That's not the right clip. There's got to be another one. I think it's this one, the results.
Get the full 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, got the light diffused.
Yeah, this is the sequence. Some of those other shots I came back and shot again after just to give me a second take.
All right, guys, got the
And this one's a little bit too tight too. Let's go ahead and trim it out.
All right, guys, got the light diffuse, got the intensity.
And actually, let's go ahead and trim this side. This stuff I can really be doing later. I mean, on my next second pass of edit.
Properly. All right, guys, got the light diffused.
Right, let's go in here. Alt V. This time the microphone is back at levels. I don't need the audio anymore, but we need the audio, the correction, the color correction.
Got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything.
Look at that. That's a great difference right there, guys. Hang on. Alt V. Color correction is on this one too. Is there color correction on this one? Okay, good.
Let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect.
Boom. I can already see it. I already see the lips. Boom.
Boom. Full effect. Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper.
Really, like literally, guys, one light and some parchment paper. I mean, those lighting domes are awesome, but you know, they're a couple $100. But I mean, this is like the poor man's version of it, which I got like so much parchment paper on all my lights right now. It's not even funny. Okay, we got that going.
Full effect. Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper.
Okay, then where did I go after that? Let me back up because I missed this clip here.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, the light I'm going to be using is...
And I know exactly where this goes. This one, let's zoom back out here.
This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber. All right, guys, so this is the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here because it's going to be completely dark, but I'm going to turn off all the lights and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible to give me a clean palette. I do have a few windows in here, which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen, but I'm going to work with what I've got. That's the whole point. Work with what you've got. So let's get started.
All right. Hang on. Do the jump cuts.
All right, guys, so I've got the black curtain set up here. I'm going to turn off the lights in here so we show you what my complete clean palette will look like. This is where I want everything to be, and we're going to build from here. Let's get the next step, setting up the light.
Okay, this is where I want to drop this clip in. This clip here. Now, this is a prime example of an insert, or how we do an insert. So I've got all of these clips here, right? Let me zoom in here so we can see and make sure that it's in the mic. I want to put it in between here. So instead of dragging all these and shifting them over, I come into here, I go over here, and I go up to the top where it says insert. And it's going to, you can even see on the little graph, it's like showing you dropping in between, drop it in between, boom, right? And then what I'll do now is back up and we're going to go and trim this part out. Let me back up one more clip.
Setting up the light. All right, guys, the light I'm going to be using is a Valtrex Ninja 10.
And we need to do the corrections on here. The microphone dropped out. And see, that's why I should have recorded, like if I had a little sound recorder, like a little Zoom sound recorder. That's why in Hollywood, they always film sound separate from video, because if something like this happens, like the microphone levels dropped out. So now like I'm stuck, I have to make adjustments. Unlike if I was recording my audio separate, it didn't matter. Like cause I'm going to take my audio and put it over the video. And that's the benefit of filming video and audio separate for incidents like this where the microphone dropped out. At least I know I have a backup. I'm like, hey, it doesn't matter. I got this audio copy of all the audio already consistent, and I just have to sync it up. And that's why I go 1, 2, 3, and I sync up the 1, 2, 3 from the video and from the audio, and then boop, there it is. But I don't have one of those little Zoom recorders, so this is what I got to do. I mean, I could use my cell phone. I've done that at times before. Audio. I would just use my cell phone as an audio recorder, but whatever.
All right, guys, the light I'm going to be using is a Vault.
And I'm going to make it, I'll come back and fix all these audio levels and stuff that later.
Trex Ninja.
Save that.
All right, guys, the light. All right, guys, the light I'm going to be using is a Valtrex Ninja 10. It is a Cobb LED, 120 watts. And this thing is...
Take a little space here. I have lots of B-roll of this already that I shot days before this. Like I made some reels and stuff for them. So I'll be shooting, overlaying all that B-roll over it later.
Already ready to go. Only one color.
And I might even add another section in here breaking down some of the specs quickly on the light, because technically this view is a review video, but recently review videos don't do well on my channel. So I'm trying to integrate a lesson in a review video.
But this is the light we're going to be using. So boom, there it is. We're going to be using this here, this modifier with it, and one light. This is all we got here. So let's get it all set up.
Okay. I think I said one light 2 times, huh?
One light. This is all we got here. So let's
cut out that so.
Got here. So let's
yeah, let's do this here.
This is all we got here. Let's get it all set up.
Boom. Boom.
Let's get it all set up. Let's get this light mounted. Again, it is a very bright light.
Okay, that works out better. Now where are we at? Where's that time at? 3 minutes? I'm hoping to get this video around 6 minutes, but I got some other stuff that I can definitely, the review section, I'll break down the specs. I can probably add a couple of minutes there.
Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper.
And I still got more clips here we got to add in. What time is it? Almost an hour and a half. I need to take a break. I normally take breaks every 25 minutes. Like when I'm working off stream, I work in 25-minute increments, and then take a 10-minute break just so I can stay fresh. All right, so that was
boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper.
Let's show the before and after results with the parchment paper.
Three, 2, 1. That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without.
Hang on, let's even trim this down even more.
That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without.
Mm-hmm.
That's without.
Oh, undo. Alt V, no volume adjustment on this one.
Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper. That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without.
All right. So now I think what I do is spice it up a little bit. We add some color to it because it looks a little boring, right? So let me quickly what
your subject is.
Yeah, we do a recap.
Most importantly, you need to know what your subject.
I think that's going to be a recap. I might even do a recap at the end.
3, 2, 1. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers, being able to soften.
You know what? This phrase needs to go before this. So let's do this. Let's take this, insert it into here. So we say this first. Alt V, color correction.
Parchment paper. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers. Being able to soften the light up really makes it usable, especially with the super bright light. I'm going to show you what it looks like without the parchment paper.
Now this makes sense.
That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without.
I totally forgot to do something again too. Alrighty, guys. I really wanted to finish this. How many more clips do I have left? Hang on here. Let's see. How many more clips can I get away with to get to finish? I really want to finish the rough draft today. And so I can work on the rough draft again a little bit later tonight. And quickly here, I wanted just to check something here. Now that I know I can pop this out. Pop out. Boom. There it is. Let's see. Go ahead and close that. And drag this over here. Resize this. Got another little window here I need to. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Oh, we did have some comments. Sorry guys. There we go. I did have some comments. Green boy. Everything is good. Oh, thank you. I don't know how long ago this was. Thanks, because Davinci Resolve gives me a headache when I try to use it. I bet. What's up, brother? What is up? Sorry, guys. I had the chat closed. I didn't have it open, so I was missing all the chatting. I was missing the chatting that was going on. You guys are still here. I can read the chats now. Then I'll probably get my little alerts on the chats now too. Yeah. Okay, let's finish it. Let's finish it up. Come on. Focus, Levar. Let's finish it up.
Diffuse, got the intensity turned down.
Okay, why is the microphone so loud on these clips here? That I need to turn. Damn it, dude. That sucks. I need to, I don't like after I cut it up, now I gotta turn it down. Just a little bit there.
Framed up properly. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything. This is the look. Now I'm gonna turn off the kitchen light so we can get the full effect. Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers. Being able to soften the light up really makes it usable.
Hang on, something out of sync here? What were we talking about over here? Okay, no, that's good.
Especially with the super bright light. I'm gonna show you what it looks like without the parchment paper. That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without.
All right, sweet. Save that. Know your subject. Yeah, let's do this one too. Because this is kind of like recapping before we get into the bonus tip. And again, this one was cut too tight. The way I zoom in quickly on the timeline like that too, if you hold Alt down and you scroll up on your mouse to scroll down, you can reframe it, which is super nice. Tab T gives me my trim tool, and then when it turns into this cursor, I can trim it out.
Most importantly, you need to know what your subject is in the
Okay. A makes me go back to the pointer. And let's do Alt V, color correction, add it. Okay.
Without. Most importantly, you need to know what your subject is in the scene. What are you going to be lighting? In this case, the subject is me. So I'm focusing my main and one only light on me to make sure I'm well lit.
Okay.
I'm well lit.
Let's delete that. All right, we're coming up to the end now. So what I need to do here is talk about the bonus, which is the bonus tip. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Good. Now as a
3, 2, 1. Good. What the heck was that, dude?
bonus, I want to show you how. Now as a bonus, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now as a bonus, I want to show you how we can really spice this up. Maybe just using some lights that you have around the house. I have a few lights here on my desk. I'm going to turn those on just to kind of separate and give me a little bit of separation between the background and me. Check this out.
This is what really spices things up. This is where, like, you watch all these YouTuber setups and they got all those cool lights in the background. It's just really just aesthetics to really kind of make a boring scene look a little bit better. And, you know, and if you can do it, do it. But most importantly, the main thing is have your main subject of the video properly lit.
Good. Now
I think I'm gonna cut off that.
well lit.
I think I'm gonna cut this out.
Well lit. Good. Now as a well lit. Good.
Good. Let's cut that out too.
Make sure I'm well lit. Now as a bonus, I want.
Good. And also what I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'll stream it. Maybe I might stream it. I go back and L cut and J cut these. And what an L cut and a J cut is where the audio links into the next one. For example, if I take this clip here and I just slide it over just a tad bit, and then what I'll do is on this clip here, right click, add a 6-bar fade out, and on this clip here, add a 6-bar fade in, and then I do this. Hang on. Then I drag the video, hold Alt, it selects just the video only, and then I line that up, and then it goes like this.
Well lit. Now, as a bonus, I want to show you how.
And actually, I take this off. I don't use this one on the top. Delete this. So you got this.
Well lit. Now, as a bonus.
Well, why is it still doing that? Oh, because the bottom one here. And delete.
To make sure I'm well lit. Now, as a bonus, I want to show you how.
It's called an L cut, right? Because it's kind of like making an L. Actually, an L. This is the J cut. This is opposite because it's going the opposite direction. It's making like a J here. It's called a J cut.
Now, as a bonus,
like the audio just kind of creeps in a little bit. So I'll come back and do that. It just helps kind of make things kind of flow. But for right now, since this is just a rough cut, I'm not going to do all that right now. I'll come back and do that on the second pass.
Well lit. Now, as a bonus, I want to show you how we can really spice this up. Maybe just using some lights that you have around the house. I have a few lights here on my desk. I'm going to turn those on just to kind of separate and give you a little bit of separation between the background and me. Check this out. Between the background and me.
We don't need to check this out. And the bonus clip 2.
All right, guys, bonus tip.
I can't turn the light on. It's hilarious. Like it wouldn't turn on.
All right, so I got these 2 blue lights on. Now I'm gonna add a complementary color.
The light wouldn't turn on. So I got a lot of cutting to do on this one.
I got some lights on my desk. I'm gonna add a couple of little lights here.
When I said I got some light on my desk, I also have some B-roll shots of the light because I knew I said that because again, I already had the script ready. Not this, but I knew the shots I needed, and I knew that I was gonna say, hey, B bonus part, add some extra lights. So say it as A roll, and then I go as B roll, show the clips.
Just to show you how we can really take this to the next level, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this light. Here, and then what I'm also going to do, I've got another light here, back here. I'm gonna turn on.
And through the magic of cutting, we're gonna turn that on without any problems.
Turn on. All right, so I'm gonna turn on. Here, I'm gonna turn on.
Actually, I think I'm gonna cut it to right here. Let's see how this feels.
Turn on. All right, so I got the.
I think I'm gonna leave it the other way. It's fine.
I'm gonna turn on. All right, so I got these 2 blue lights on. Now I'm gonna add a complementary color. I'm gonna add a warm color. I'm gonna use my desk light and use this tungsten bulb here. And these are lights that I have just already on my desk. Boom.
Control B. Select it, ripple delete by hitting D.
My desk. Boom. Now we've got this. Just a little bit of a bonus that you can really do to spice up this kind of boring scene.
And then what I wanted to do was show a before and after, right? So I'm going to take this frame here, cut that, delete this, take this frame, right click, make it a frozen frame. And where do I haven't did this in a long time? Ripple, freeze frame. See, this was so much easier to do in Adobe Premiere. You just right click on it. One of the few things I missed. I could make it a special shortcut, but I just don't use it that often. What did I think it was in edit? edit, delete gaps, remove, fill frame. Nope, maybe it wasn't. Trim. How about clip? Oh, clip, there it is. Freeze frame, and it's not. Why is it blurred out? Okay, the cursor might be off of the frame. That's why. Let's go to the middle of the frame, and let's do it again. Clip. Yeah, now it's highlighted. Okay, Shift R is the shortcut for that. I'm gonna write that down on my other white. I have another whiteboard here that I just keep notes on for things like this, little shortcuts. So Shift R. Shift R, freeze frame. I love whiteboards, little whiteboards from the dollar store, full of notes. I keep it right next to my computer just to jot down notes like this and little stuff like this, little quick notes, right? Freeze frame, Shift R, because I know I'm going to end up using it again in this video. So I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to go ahead, Shift R, boom. Now the frame is frozen. And a before frame. We need to find a before frame. Preferably where my face is not all funny. Control T. Let's see if I can just drag this out a little bit. Undo. It's fine, dude. Let's
Most importantly, you need
I want to find a frame. So actually this frame over here works fine. All right. I'm going to go right there and then hit out. And then what I'm going to do, come back to A. Let's go back to the end of the timeline. And let's just drag this video only. I don't need the audio. All right. And then Alt mouse wheel to zoom in and pick a frame. Okay, I'll just take that frame, I guess, right? Click on the clip, Shift R. There's a freeze frame. Okay, and let's go ahead and trim it. So about 1, 2. I wanted to about drag it out and tell me, it'll tell you how long the frame is. 8. All right, see, there's those numbers. It's saying it's about 19 frames. I want it to be at least 1 second. Oh, there it is, 1 second. Okay, so it's 1 second, and I'll take the second one, drag it on top. There must be I think one of my other, see there's a gap. That means one of those other clips on my timeline is still in speed mode. So Shift Z, there it is, it's over here. And then Shift Z again. Let's close that. There we go. Shift Z, jump back, and Shift Z. So we got this, and this one needs to be redone. Alt V, bada bing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put text over. I'm not going to do it now, but it'll say before and after, like before, after, right?
see.
Before, after. Alt. And then what I'm going to do on this clip here, to remind myself to put the before and after text, I'm going to add a marker, double click. I make it yellow just so it pops, and text, add text, before and after. Boom. So I know that got there. All right, sweet. So from here, what else is it? Okay, and then I think my outro.
Three, two, one. All right, guys, so I've got my shot more framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light out of the scene. We got the parchment paper on here, and I turned down the intensity to get a nice, good look here. I'm going with the Rembrandt look. Here's a little bit of cinematic signature here. We got a little bit of highlights there off of the light.
Battery light.
45-degree angle just off to the side.
Yeah, I know where this goes. I forgot to add this.
This is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my setup here.
And I think that goes before this, before these clips here. This goes...
Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper. All right, guys, it's important that we...
Yeah, that goes in here, in between here. Take this, drag it, insert. All right. And zoom out a little bit because it zooms in. Back up. And Alt-V, drop the color correct on there. Boom. The color correct on this too? Alt-V. Yeah, it is.
One light and some parchment paper. All right, guys, so I've got my shot more framed.
Or was it?
Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment.
You know what? No, it doesn't.
All right, guys, so I've got my shot.
Because I still had the kitchen light on. I had the kitchen light on here.
Framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light out of the scene. We got the
So undo. This needs to go... I think here.
So we've got the parchment paper on here. Well, next thing you know, I'm going to have to basically turn this down. I'm going to aim it at me, but we still need to turn this intensity down. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this down here and just crank it down so we get something. Okay, this is actually looking pretty nice and cinematic, right? Next what I'm going to do is frame up the shot. What's the subject? Me. So let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting.
Yeah, that goes in between here. And let's take that, insert it. All right, and then I probably have to remap it, right? Recolor grade, boom, boom. And let's back up just a little bit.
So let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. All right, guys, so I've got my shot more framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light out of the scene. We got the parchment paper. Let's get the lighting framed up properly. All right,
That shot looks so much brighter.
Framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light.
I think because I zoomed in.
We got the parchment paper on here, and I turned down the intensity to get a nice, good look here. I'm going with the Rembrandt look. Here's a little bit of cinematic signature here. We got a little bit of highlights there off of the light. The light's at a 45-degree angle just off to the side here and about this high up. So this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my setup here. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect.
Actually, I'm kind of repeating myself twice, huh? Like, we might need to trim. It's like repeating myself twice.
This is going to be my setup here. All right, guys, got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down, repositioned everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect.
Oh, I know what happened. The first time I did it and I didn't turn off the kitchen light. So I re-recorded it the second time because I forgot to turn off the kitchen light. So let's go ahead and delete this one. We don't need this one. That's what happened. I like that other one though. The other one was more detailed because I talk about Rembrandt lighting.
All right, guys, so I've got my shot more framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light out of the scene. We got the parchment paper on here, and I turned down the intensity to get a nice, good look here. I'm going with the Rembrandt look. Here's a little bit of cinematic signature here. We got a little bit of highlights there off of the light.
Because that's what Rembrandt lighting is.
Angle just off to the side here and about this high up. So this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my setup here.
So what I think I'm going to do in this next clip,
got the light diffused, got the intensity turned down.
I'm going to cut all this out.
Everything. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights. This is the look. Now I'm going to everything.
How about we do this? Let's cut. Ooh, what did I do? Something went weird there. Let's undo this. Let's delete this. Cut it there. And then I'm going to cut this part here.
So this is what it is.
Let's cut this here. Let's take this out, delete that. Let's take this out, delete that, and let's see how this flows.
Here and about this high up. So this is the look. Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect. Boom.
Yeah, that works. I got, okay, there we go, guys.
And about this high up.
So, actually, I don't need that so. Cut that so out.
Here and about this high up. This is the look. Now I'm going to turn off.
Nice. Actually, I'm going to leave that gap.
Now I'm going to turn off the kitchen lights so we can get the full effect. Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper. All right, guys, it's important that we
There's a little bit of gap. I'll turn that up later.
Being able to soften.
All right, sweet. All right, go to the end. Oh, 1 hour and 43 minutes burning. That's all right. My day off, so I got to get this done. The more I put in, the more freer days I'm going to have at the end. Like, it would be nice to get it finished on Friday, so I don't even have to do anything on Saturday, but just hang out and chill and start thinking of some other stuff.
From this.
Okay, we don't need that. So I think this is it. The next thing I need to add is just basically my outro, which is not really an outro. It's just basically sending you to another video. And I need to add in my inserts, my like the video. And I don't think I've rendered out. No, I did. We brought it in. It's in a different folder, right? Let's open up the folders here. I think it was an intro folder. Yeah, here, my call to action.
So I put together a nice little playlist of a couple of videos that I think may help you improve your videos. So take a look at that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep filming. It's the only way you'll get better.
Peace.
So I put together.
So. I'm cutting that crap out. I always say so. That's my replacement for Let's cut that out. Bada bing, boom.
I put together a nice little playlist of.
And I'm gonna do a J cut on this eventually. You know what? I might as well go ahead and start the J cutting right now because it's gonna be the next step after this. After this draft is done, I go back and start J cutting, and then I start adding B-roll on top. I gotta figure out a way to turn those auto transitions off. I don't like how it puts it on the top.
I put together a nice little playlist of a couple of videos that I think may help you improve your videos. So take a look at
So
videos.
We got a so and a breath. This is double whammy. Oh, a breath, a so, and another breath. Triple whammy. Cut all that junk out.
Your videos. Take a look at that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep filming. It's the only way you'll get better.
Peace. And fade the lights. Fade the lights. Right? Definitely need to do some noise cleanup there too. And that's that one thing about that light is not the quietest light. I can hear there's a little bit of a hum from that light. All right, and then I need to add in the hit the like button.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, if you're finding any value in this video, can you take a moment and smash that like button for me? Thanks a lot. 2, 1.
Good. Yeah, if you guys make YouTube videos, don't ask people to subscribe and to like your video in the beginning of the video, because nobody's watched they haven't watched the video yet, so they don't know if they're gonna like the video. So like, it's just so desperate. Like I'm changing. It's an old trend. Like, don't do it. Ask people halfway through the video, or maybe after something like a key point where like you gave a lot of good value, and then after that maybe go, hey, smash the like button. They're like, yeah, you know what? Oh, that was a great tip. And then immediately following that, hey, if you found any value, hit the like. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, bing. Versus, oh, hi, welcome back to my video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. That's your intro. That was your intro to your video. Avoid that, because that's just like, that's so old. That's so 2021. That's so 2021. So where I'm going to add this in is where I think.
All right, guys, so I've got the black curtain set up here. I'm going to turn off the lights in here so we show you. And this thing is, I'll show you guys all the, let's get it all set up. Let's get this light mounted. Again, it is versus.
You know where I'm going to add it? I'm going to add it.
Do is frame up the shot. What's the subject? Me. So let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. All right, guys, so I've got my shot.
I'm going to add it right about here because we're like halfway through, right? And then we're a little bit more than halfway through, but this is kind of like.
we're gonna soften the light with this parchment paper, and that's gonna really help us make it usable. So let's try that.
I think after I show this tip of using the parchment paper, it's a good value point.
All right, so we've got the parchment paper on here. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have to basically turn this down. I'm gonna aim it at me, but we still need to turn this intensity down. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down here and just crank it down till we get something. Okay, this is actually looking pretty nice.
I'm gonna add it in between here because I think it's like we went from like nothing to now we actually have something. I think this is a good point to actually, hey, can you smash the like button if you're finding any value in this? All right, it's a good point to do it.
Get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. Hey guys, if you're finding any value,
it makes sense now, right? Versus just begging for it in the beginning of the video.
The frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. Hey guys, if you're finding any value in this video, can you take a moment and smash that like button for me? Thanks a lot. All right, guys, so I've got my shot.
Okay, nice. That flows much better.
To get the light out of the scene.
All right, sweet. So that's like the whole video, the rough draft. And where are we at time-wise? 4 minutes, 5 minutes, so a couple seconds off of 5 minutes, which is perfect because I still need to add a little, I'm going to do a voiceover part where I'm going to show the B-roll of the light, like how this light is 150, 120 watts. It does all the specs about the light. I'm going to do voiceover and I'm going to do some B-roll stuff and faceless stuff on that. So that's going to be at least another 30 seconds to maybe a minute if I stretch. I don't think I'm going to stretch it to a minute because that's kind of boring, but I got to do some product review a little bit for this video because that was the whole point of this video. But I'm going to probably put it in chunks where it's not just all of a sudden, okay, we're going to talk about this light for 1 minute. It's going to be like, oh, we'll talk about the light a little bit, back to the tutorial, talk about the light a little bit, back to the tutorial, kind of keeping you involved in the tutorial and also the product review. For those people who might just want to do or just want to see the product review, they can at least see a product review and they can see how it's being used in reality, like, you know, how they're really going to use it. So what I'm going to do here, let's go ahead and save that. I think that's it. I'm not going to do any B-roll. I'm going to watch it back one time here and then I got to eat lunch here. So
I did this with one light.
Let's go back to the beginning.
I'm going to show you how I did this with one light to this. Hey guys, in this video,
I'm not really feeling that beginning, guys. I'm not feeling the beginning.
I'm going to show you how I did this with one light to this. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to
I wish I would have said this part in front of this setup. Like, this looks better. I might just cut this whole beginning section out. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
How I did this with one light to this.
Because this is not that impressive. Like, it's like, okay, that does look like you got one light.
I'm going to show you how I did this with one light to this. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your...
Yeah, I'm not liking this intro. It's out. It's out. I'm forcing it. I'm gonna have to kill my. In editing, what we say is kill your darlings, meaning the shots you like, if they don't help the context of the video, kill it. Killing my darlings. Like, I don't need it. As much as I want to try to do the before and after, kill it. It's not effective. It's kind of weak. It's actually weak. It looks weak. Hey guys, compared to this.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your video look with one powerful light. This is a very easy process and you'll be able to achieve some amazing results. So let's get straight into it and enough of the jibber jabber. All right guys, so this is the first thing I do is turn off all the lights. And matter of fact, I got one just the kitchen light on here because it's going to be completely dark, but I'm going to turn off all the lights and I'm going to set up a black curtain here. I want to black this room out as completely as possible to give me a clean palette. I do have a few windows in here, which I can't cover. Unfortunately, this is my YouTube space, the kitchen, but I'm going to work with what I've got. That's the whole point. Work with what you've got. So let's get started. All right guys, so I've got the black curtain set up here. I'm going to turn off the lights in here so we show you what my complete clean palette will look like. This is where I want everything to be and we're going to build from here. Let's get the next step, setting up the light. All right guys, the light I'm going to be using is a Valtrex Ninja 10. It is a Cobb LED, 120 watts, and this thing is white balanced to 5600 already, so it's already ready to go. Only one color. I'll show you guys all the full specs and what's in the box here quickly, but this is the light we're going to be using. So boom, there it is. We're going to be using this here, this modifier with it, and one light. One light. This is all we got here. Let's get it all set up. Let's get this light mounted. Again, it is a very bright light. If anything, you ever buy a light, make sure you buy one good bright light instead of a bunch of cheap lights, because it's more beneficial. It's a lot more better, guys, to start off with one big light in your arsenal versus a bunch of little cheap lights. So we got this here. I'm gonna get it powered up, and then we're gonna aim it, and then we're gonna fire it on. All right, we got it on at 100%. There it is. Right, this is not good. We're gonna need to work this light. We're gonna have to bend it, shape it, soften it up. God, the heat it's too much. Let's fix this, guys. All right, guys, the light here is too strong. It's too hot. I aimed it up at the ceiling to blast light everywhere just to get some even light. We're gonna soften the light with this parchment paper, and that's gonna really help us make it usable. So let's try that. All right, so we've got the parchment paper on here. Next thing you know, I'm gonna have to basically turn this down. I'm gonna aim it at me, but we still need to turn this intensity down. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down here and just crank it down till we get something. Okay, this is actually looking pretty nice and cinematic, right? Next, what I'm gonna do is frame up the shot. What's the subject? Me. So let's get the frame set and let's get the lighting framed up properly. Hey guys, if you're finding any value in this video, can you take a moment and smash that like button for me? Thanks a lot. All right, guys, so I've got my shot more framed up. I zoomed in a little bit to get the light out of the scene. We got the parchment paper on here, and I turned down the intensity to get a nice, good look here. I'm going with the Rembrandt look. Here's a little bit of cinematic signature here. We got a little bit of highlights there off of the light. The light's at a 45-degree angle just off to the side here and about this high up. This is the look. Now I'm gonna turn off the kitchen light so we can get the full effect. Boom. Nice and cinematic with one light and some parchment paper. All right, guys, it's important that we have modifiers. Being able to soften the light up really makes it usable, especially with the super bright light. I'm gonna show you what it looks like without the parchment paper. That's without the parchment paper at the same intensity. Without. Most importantly, you need to know what your subject is in the scene. What are you going to be lighting? In this case, the subject is me. So I'm focusing my main and one only light on me to make sure I'm well lit. Now, as a bonus, I want to show you how we can really spice this up. Maybe just using some lights that you have around the house. I have a few lights here on my desk. I'm going to turn those on just to kind of separate and give me a little bit of separation between the background and me. All right, guys, bonus tip. I got some lights on my desk. I'm gonna add a couple of little lights here just to show you how we can really take this to the next level. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this light here. And then what I'm also going to do, I've got another light here, back here. I'm gonna turn on. All right, so I got these two blue lights on. Now I'm gonna add a complementary color. I'm gonna add a warm color. I'm gonna use my desk light and use this tungsten bulb here. And these are lights that I have just already on my desk. Boom, now we've got this. Just a little bit of a bonus that you can really do to spice up this kind of boring scene. I put together a nice little playlist of a couple of videos that I think may help you improve your videos.
Yeah, it's not bad for a rough draft. I need to work on a couple of more little things as far as pacing. And I think I found a couple of spots where I repeated myself.
A couple of videos that I think may help.
Hang on, let me back up just for a moment.
This kind of boring scene. I put together a nice little...
Why is that pausing there? What's going on there? Why is this jumping off to it? Oh, you know what? Hang on. I think I know what's up. Well, I don't know why it's jumping like that.
I put together a nice little playlist of a couple of videos that I think may help you improve your videos. Take a look at that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep filming. It's the only way you'll get better.
Sweet. I like it. That's okay. It's the first edit. It's the rough draft. Like, you know, it's not even being close to being finished. It's like the first pass. And that's what I'll do is go back and start tightening down the pacing. This is my second video that I'm trying to do no music first. Typically, I always have music first, and then I'll build the video off the pace of that. But what I'm trying to do this time is really have a type of rhythm, a type of pacing without the music, so I can get a natural pace and then find some music to match the pace of this video. So again, I'm always experimenting, always trying to get better. You got to keep trying stuff. Otherwise you'll just be stale, like stale toasty bread, right? So I'm constantly trying to experiment and try to get better as an editor. And unfortunately, when you're making YouTube videos, you got to be everything. You got to be the editor, the director, the producer, the actor. You got to do it all, right? Jack of many trades. So, all right, guys, I'm going to eat some lunch. And probably be back tomorrow with some more stuff. So trying to do the streams here to share the process of making videos, of the process and the work that goes into making these YouTube videos. So Patrick Levar, keep filming. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging in the stream if you guys are still here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.